Hello and welcome to album review number 21. This will be the final video I'm going to do before Christmas and probably the final video of the year. And I'm going to be reviewing To Our Children's Children by the Moody Blues. Yesterday I did the Moody Blues ranked down to third place, then I did On the Threshold of Dream, my second favourite. This is my favourite Moody Blues album. It came out in 1969, same year as On the Threshold of Dream. Came out later on in the year though. The album was inspired by the moon landings of the same year, and it's brilliant. It's my personal favourite. The first track is Higher and Higher, which was written by Graham Edge. And the album, it has themes of space travel in the lyrics and things like that, but I think it's metaphorical. I think it's metaphorical for enlightenment and all that stuff. Talks about flying through space, floating on the moon. I think I think it's all metaphorical. I don't think the album's actually about space travel. I think it's metaphorical. I think a lot of fans take it a bit too seriously. Higher and Higher, which could also be about drugs, just immediately starts the album off this fast-paced, heavy song that really gets the blood pumping. It's brilliant, and the lyrics are of course written by Graham Edge but spoken by Mike Pinder. The spoken word parts are very good. It's not a poem like the other albums, but it's a spoken word, and it just gets you pumped up, especially all the rocket sounds going off in the background. Track 2 is Eyes of a Child Part 1, written by John Lodge, which starts beautifully with this harp. It's like woo, woo. And then the flute comes in, or the oboe, not completely sure. It's something that sort of sounds like that. And it's a very beautiful song with very nice lyrics about how children have so much wonder in their eyes and all that kind of stuff. It's a very nice song. Track 3 is Floating by Ray Thomas, which has some quite very nice, slightly psychedelic sort of tones to it. And the lyrics are about floating about on the moon and, you know, going to the moon and all that. And I think that's metaphorical for enlightenment and sort of reaching a sort of higher state of mind. But I really like the bass line throughout the song as well, but there's some really nice acoustic guitar. Eyes of a Child Part 2, John Lodge, I'd probably say it's the only slightly weak song on the album. It's just not very necessary. I don't really think it really needs to be there, but it's still decent. It's basically a sort of fast-paced kind of version of the first track. It's very short though. Track 5 is I Never Thought I'd Live to Be 100 by Justin Hayward, which is again a very short. It's just him with his acoustic guitar pretty much, and it's very beautiful. The lyrics are beautiful. The way he sings, it's beautiful. It's a really nice song. Track 6 is Beyond, which was written by Graham Edge. That's an instrumental. Again, probably the proggiest song on the album. There's some great keyboard work and it's got a great rhythm to it. And I like this sort of psychedelic sort of bits in the middle. And I like the way it goes from one ear to the other. I like sort of that effect. You know what I mean when you hear it. Track 7 is Out and In, which was co-written by Mike Pinder and John Lodge. Though I think Mike Pinder had this sort of lion's share of the writing of the song. That's my personal favourite on the album, and I just absolutely love it. I love the lyrics, I love the guitar work. I just love how optimistic and beautiful the song is. It's just such a nice song. It might actually be my favourite Moody Blues song. I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't know if I have a favourite, but it's definitely my favourite on this album, and this one's my favourite album, so it's definitely up there. It's just an amazing song, and it's just so cool it's just so nice to listen to. It's such a relaxing, beautiful song. Track 8 is Gypsy, which was written by Justin Hayward, which is quite a sort of moody, quite sad song, though it is quite fast paced. It sort of talks about like it's gypsy from a strange and distant time, travelling in panic, can't get home. Again, I don't think that's actually about space travel. I think that's about something else. Not 100% sure. But again, it's quite an emotional song, pretty good. Track 9 is Eternity Road, which was written by Thomas, which again is quite a nice one, and I like the way it's sort of sung, especially the sort of the verse parts, and I like the way it sort of speeds up at the end. It's very cool. It's a great song. It's not one of the best ones on the album, but it's a good song. Next one's Candle of Life, which, if you notice when you listen to it, if you've ever listened to what's it called? Oxygen Part 4 by Jean-Michel Jarre, you know, the din, 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 din. this kind of sounds like that. Even this came out first. I think this came out about 7 years earlier. It has a similar melody. It goes like do 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 do. It definitely sounds similar. You can't help but notice the similarities. I'm not saying John Michael Jarre copied it. I just you can't help but notice the similarity. Again, that's a very relaxing, chill out song. Like a lot of the songs on the album, very beautiful. Like every single one of them. Number 11, Sun is Still Shining by Mike Pinder, which has some sort of great, I don't know if it's sort of orchestral or if it's just mellotron in the background, but again, that has some great sort of work. And it's got sitar in it as well, which sounds great. Moody Blues are brilliant when they add some sitar into their music. And again, the lyrics are great and the way it's sung is really great. It has this sort of warm vibe to it, like a lot of the songs on the album do. Track 12 is I Never Thought I'd Live to Be a Million, which is sort of like a part 2 of I Never Thought I'd Live to Be 100. Slightly shorter, but it's pretty much the same musically and a bit different lyrically. And track 13 is Watching and Waiting, which was co-written by Justin Hayward and Ray Thomas, which is a sad sort of slow sort of end to the album, but it's a very, very beautiful song as well. So I think the lyrics sort of talk about you can't wait for your life to sort of get better or something to come along and suddenly change it and make it better. You need to do it yourself. I think that's what I get from the lyrics anyway. And it's a great song all around. It's a fantastic album, and it's got a great album cover. I don't know if you can really see it well, but it's sort of like cave paintings of stuff happening nowadays, which is quite interesting. I really like that. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it's very cool, and it's just my personal favourite Moody Blues album and one of my absolute favourite albums of all time. And I've noticed my album reviews are getting shorter, which is probably good. It's good that I don't waffle on for like 25 minutes talking about an album, so it's probably actually a good thing. Let me know what you think. If you think it's anyone who's watching, if you think it's better that I sort of talk less or don't waffle on as much, or if you think it was better when my videos were like 22 minutes. You know, if I had 22 minutes worth of stuff to say, I would. You know, it's just sort of the way it sort of works out with some videos. But anyway, that's the Moody Blues, and that's me for the end of the year. And hope you enjoyed watching. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a great Christmas and hope you have a good time and hope you're all happy. Anyway, thanks for watching.